What California homeowners need to know about shared appreciation programs. I was opening the mail over the weekend and was greeted by a solicitation by the newest company looking to give me access to my hard-earned home equity. I won't mention the name of the company, and that's what prompted me to talk about this topic today. There are several providers that offer different approaches for you to access your home equity, shared appreciation programs being one option. The state of California has several first-time homebuyer programs, and the shared appreciation concept is even included in some of their programs. Now, as a California homeowner, you may be exploring ways to access your home equity for goals like home improvement, education, or even retirement. Common methods here include home equity loans, HELOCs, which are home equity lines of credit, cash-out refinancing, and reverse mortgages. And last but not least, shared appreciation programs, also known as home equity investments, or HEI for short. Each has unique tax and other considerations that can impact your financial future and legacy, so it's important to be informed about your choices. First up, I wanted to talk about pros and cons and tax implications for these shared appreciation programs. Now, shared appreciation programs, such as the one offered by the Postcard Company this weekend, provides you with a lump sum payment without monthly payments that are due, making them appealing if you need liquidity without taking on debt, except they really are debt. However, to access this cash, you will agree to share a portion of your home's future appreciation with the HEI provider and for them to also record a lien on your property, just like mortgage lenders would. Now, in California's high appreciation market, this could mean parting with a significant equity when the time comes for you to repay that amount when you go to resell the home or the amount is due back to the HEI provider. This type of financing also comes with steeper closing fees, near 5%, compared to the more conventional approaches that are cheaper for you upfront. Now, from a tax perspective, the IRS does not treat the initial cash received from an HEI as income, so it's not immediately taxable. However, know that if you eventually were to sell your home, you have to repay the original amount received from the HEI provider, just like a loan, plus the portion of equity appreciation you agree to give them. And this could be 10, 20, 30% of your appreciation. But you are still taxed on all of the profit, even the portion you have to fork over to the HEI provider. I'll illustrate this with an example for the capital gains tax implication specifically. So let's say you bought your home a few years ago for $600,000 here in California, and now years later it's appreciated to $1 million. You now go to sell that home for this new market value of $1 million, so you have $400,000 in profit. Now, if you qualify for capital gains tax exclusions, typically if it was a primary residence, as an individual, you get up to $250,000 of your profits tax-free, or $500,000 for couples. You would owe tax on $150,000 of that $400,000 gain as an individual. If your tax rate's around 25%, that's a tax bill of about $37,500. Now, without this HEI loan in place, you would owe that $37,500, but you get to keep the majority of your profits, and that would be around $362,500. Now, with the HEI loan, you would have to share the $400,000 in profit. If your agreement was for, say, 30% of the equity appreciation, you would owe that provider $120,000 of your profits. That means you only get to keep $242,500 of your gains, even though you still have to pay that same $37,500 in capital gains tax. So your tax bill is not reduced because of the profit that you end up sharing with the HEI provider. This, in my opinion, is a very expensive way to tap equity, and I would not recommend it as a first resort. Now, I always will advocate for protecting your home equity and understanding your tax implications. For those who wish to retain full home equity appreciation for themselves and maximize your tax benefits, here are some alternatives that you may want to consider. First up, the traditional home equity loans or home equity line of credit. These products will offer funds without the lender sharing in your future home appreciation. Now, interest and loan fees do apply, but they are tax deductible up to $750,000 in debt if used for substantial home improvements. That's what the IRS guidelines tell us. Next up, consider a cash-out refinance. This program will offer you cash access, and very similar to home equity loans, your interest is deductible if the proceeds fund significant home improvements. Now, if you are a homeowner age 62 or older, you might consider a reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgage funds are not taxed, even though there are fees and interest that does accrue on the loan, which will lower your equity. But you don't have to share your appreciation with someone else at the end when the home gets to be sold or the repayment is due. Making the right choice about your home equity could feel overwhelming. The complexities of taxes, different financing options, and ensuring your legacy for your heirs are protected can leave you feeling uncertain about the best path forward. You deserve to feel confident and secure in your decisions, knowing that you're maximizing your home's value for yourself and your family. It is ultimately the most expensive asset most of us will own. Wouldn't it be reassuring to have a trusted advisor guide you through the process, someone who understands not only the real estate implications, but also the tax and financial implications? As a realtor and CPA, we have well-vetted partners in the financing industry, and we're here to help you navigate these important decisions with care and expertise, ensuring you achieve your financial goals while preserving your hard-earned home equity. Let's work together to create a plan that gives you peace of mind and a brighter financial future. You can always contact me for your own personalized consultation. I'm here to help.